So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment. Okay, hi everyone, Martha here. I'm gonna try a different thing. What? This is for Cinderella. Put it on. Okay, there we go. And so I finished watching the Cinderella from 1950, so I watched all the Cinderella movies that I want to watch, except for the second one. So this one, you could probably do the best since I've watched this one so many times. Though, just since this is from back when Walt was alive, but this is also a movie that almost got. See, this is the first movie they made right after the World War II. This one, and if this movie did not make money, Disney would have gone bankrupt, and obviously it did not do badly because during the war, Disney did not make that much money because not many people were going to the movies. So yeah, but yep, since this one did do well, it saved them, and you can think of Bibbidi Boppity Boo. One thing good about making musicals, people get songs stuck in their head. It makes them want to go to movies. And this movie was made back when you had to go to movie theaters because there was no DVDs, VHSs, or nowadays streaming services. Like now there is because only usually you had to go to movies like showed up every single 10 years, 7 years, or something like that. This one came out in 1910, and so it only like shows like a little bit of narration about her dad. We don't get to see the mom. They mention her once when it comes to the dress that the sisters tear apart, and that's basically because it was her dress. And most of this movie is just, besides the whole her story about Cinderella, like most of it's the mice. But she is the reason why she does not flip out at the about at Lady Tremaine ever because she's trying to stay kind and not let all the abuse that she's had for her life rule her. So that's how she decides to defeat her, and she ends up doing it. And the reason why she goes to the ball has nothing to do with the prince. He just ends up she just ends up having him. She goes one because she wants a night off. People like messes up that part. She wants a night off from cleaning and stuff like that, and she just gets the prince anyway because she doesn't even mention the prince when she almost doesn't think she's gonna go. She just thinks it's gonna be fun and have a night off from doing all those chores, and so yeah, people just don't get it. She's not going there to go to see a prince. She just ends up seeing him, and so yeah. Now, yes, what they have is not love because they just meet and they just fall in love like that, and we don't really get to know the prince that much. Because we get to have a few lines. One we get to know more is about the king because he wants to have grandkids because he misses his time with the prince because the prince is going off crusades and stuff like that, like they did back then, and to take down Britain because this is a French story, and yeah, so and not much like we know what happens in this movie. Cinderella gets abused by three members of her family that are not really her family, forced to be a servant in her own house, and then one night she gets offered to go to the ball by because the prince needs to have princess needs to be married because usually it's usually the king or sometimes the queen who's not even in this movie, and they make her like go and get married with somebody in the kingdom, and unlike because usually because he doesn't want to marry the princess, so he obviously to marry somebody in the kingdom, and he picks Cinderella. He doesn't know what she looks like, even though he should because he hanged out with her a whole night, and all he has is the shoe. And so he goes and in this movie, which I like mostly when better when the prince goes and takes it because he asks the prince should know what she looks like more than the freaking Grand Duke. But I think the Grand Duke's fine. He's just trying to mostly save his butt, make sure he doesn't his head cut off. But I really still think the prince should have gone with him to make sure they get the right girl. That's the only thing I would say about this. And but yeah, I think they just want to have a little fun with like if anything goes wrong, let the king be a king and be mean to his servants. So if he doesn't get his way, and so basically, yeah. So what's and then the shoe fits Evo after the stepmom breaks the other one, and after she locks her up. And this sits there and lets her daughters tear up the dress because after she basically baits her daughters to doing it because she notices that Cinderella is wearing the Gisela and Anastasia's stuff that they didn't want. So yeah. So let's let's see who worked on it. This movie had 3 directors apparently. So let's go. Um, like I said, it came out March 4th, 1950. Clint, Dillner, and Wilderman, Jason, and Hamilton Luke are the 3 directors. Narrated by Cruella DeVille, Betty Louis Drinson. Yep, the narrator at the very beginning is actually the same voice of Cruella DeVille. Isn't that surprising? So the actresses we're gonna mostly talk about do 3 of them. Ilitz Root who's Cinderella. Eleanor Abbey who did Lady Tremaine, and Wilma Velmont who is Fairy Godmother, but she also played a villain. She's played if you go watch Alice in Wonderland. Back then, they did a lot of voices from back then in the same movies to save on money. That way, they don't have to go and like find a new actor to do other voices. That's why if you watch these older movies, you can tell like a lot of the actors sound similar. Like Walt had a lot of favorite actors from that time period. So yeah, and we have you can definitely tell this was a lot Tracy in this one. It's like that. And yeah, the same a lot of people who did like voices. Mickey was also one of the voices of Mickey. Jason, Jimmy Vidal did Gus and Jock and Bruno. So yeah, he's here too, but he was the one that always did the voice. And so let's see what else I can talk about. Because I'm trying to figure out what else can I tell you guys about this movie. Is it one? I would say out of the 3 old ones that Cinderella is my favorite one of the ones that Walt was alive during. Even though I do like Sleeping Beauty more because of Maleficent in it, but this one's fine. I think she did a lot. She did Lady Tremaine pretty good. Even since technically this, she did Lady Tremaine before she did um Maleficent. So yeah. but she is definitely scary. I love this girl's voice so much. I really wish that she was alive during my time period. So yeah, my lifetime. So we got a couple of songs here. We got Cinderella, a dream you wish your heart makes. So yeah, and Boo Boo Bobby Boo, who probably. So let me see if there's anything else I need to talk about. But yeah, probably gonna do Cinderella 2 next time. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out, a 9 out of 10. They should focus. I wish they focus more on Cinderella than the mice, but do want more. So I'll see you guys later. The story's fine. It's pretty. It's not that long of a movie, so yeah. I like it's a good movie, an old time movie, but I've seen it so many times. So yeah. So next is Cinderella 2. And if you guys want me to continue doing these, get me up to 400, and I'll do Dumbo remake and regular Dumbo. So see you guys later. Like, favorite, subscribe, and bye bye.